Hello and welcome to another battle on WOT tactics. This time I'm not showing a battle of mine. I'm showing the battle from somebody else, and it really is, believe me, a really good battle, an epic battle on a Hellcat. The player that we're actually observing is part of a platoon. And you can see up there the other guys, the other platoon mate is Su-100Y, and we're on this looks like fiery salient, I would say. Yes, it is. And okay, the Hellcat takes position in what is an obvious place really to be, which is for a tank destroyer on this map, which is in here, not far from the base and amongst all the various bushes. What is bad is that his teammates, these four heavy tanks you see in front of him, are not really making a move. Now, okay, we don't have a spotter. That's fine. You know, I fully appreciate that. But you are still a little bit too further back. You should edge a little bit further. At least go more or less on the on that line there, the E line. Just a little bit, you know, just pop your turret a little bit more up and, you know, see what's coming. Because otherwise the tank destroyer, the Hellcat here, and the Su-100Y there can't really be of much help. Anyway, the battle is still one of those kind of static battles, so not much is happening, and so the Hellcat decides to move a bit closer, perhaps also as a means to sort of push these heavy tanks a little bit further up. You know, I mean, okay, some of them is actually getting damaged, fair enough, but you need to get a bit closer. And that Grant over there, oh gosh, I was just gonna say he's nearly dead, and now he's dead. Okay, so not good. And then there's an OI, and oh, that T-150, get out of the way. But do you see what the enemy did? They pushed a little bit more further, and that way they managed to spot us. Well, to spot the heavy tanks. And the Hellcat here is trying to, you know, keep an eye on the situation. What the problem is with the Hellcat is that the turret is a slow-moving one. And it was unlucky here, but luckily the OI did get destroyed by another OI. So, you know, it's still relatively safe here, but the score is not looking good. It's beginning to look bad now, because not only we are 3-6, but the HP count is not good. And then the Hellcat decides a bit, I would say a bit, maybe too courageously, to go forward, and it's probably doing that to try and help that OI who's pushing forward. But you know, you have to be a bit more careful than that, because you're quite close and you could be spotted by that Stug that is there. You know, if they're looking that way, they can spot you. So anyway, the Hellcat soon realizes that that was not a good idea. Plus, they lost the OI. So backtrack, more or less back to where he was. The Su-100Y is still there, and really he should go even further back because he's more easily spotted than the Hellcat. And all that's left here is that KV-85, which is in a bad shape anyway, so there's not really much else to do other than just go back essentially and take up positions again. And then look at this. Let's see if he can do something. He just disappears. You know, he's got binoculars, the Hellcat. He should be able to spot it. Nothing. But what is most annoying is that his teammates are dying and they're being destroyed, they're being shot at, and yet the enemy that fires is never revealed. Now let's see if he can do something to this.
We didn't even scratch them.
You have to give it a bit more lead. Yes, that's it. Go on. Go for it.
We didn't
Oh, that is so annoying. So annoying. Now this is bad. Okay, so he uses the tank in front of him as a bit of cover, but they're pounding him. They're pounding him. He's got to change his position. He's got to change his position. And he's lucky there, because if they had insisted, they would have got him. So he's now only got 271 HP, and that's not very much. A couple of shots and you're dead. The Su 100 wide manages to deal a bit of damage, and now let's see.
Enemy armor is hit.
Bad RNG again. Could have, that should have been a kill really, but maybe now.
Critical hit.
Oh, come on! What is going on with this game? Come on, should be a kill now.
They're knocked out.
Finally. Right, well, it seems to me that the platoon in this team is the only one that's doing anything good, but look at the state of that Su-100Y, and then it dies. Okay, well, you'd think that's a wrap. That's it. It's over, you know. Oh, but wait. Fire now! Fire now! Good.
Gotcha.
Okay. But, you know, this is dire. This is really dire. I mean, it's got 8 enemies, you know, 8 enemies, and there's only him and the artillery. That's all there is. So, well, all he can do now is sit here and wait. He shouldn't really move, because obviously when he moves, he gets spotted. So, that's the right thing to do. Goes into a bush and just sit still and just rely on your view range. That's all you can do. Just rely on the view range and let them come to you. If that turret would move a bit quicker. Careful. Excellent.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Excellent. Okay, 3 kills. At least we're giving, you know, a bit of a hard time to this enemy. Look, he's doing really well because he's spotting the enemy, he's firing at them, but they don't spot him. You know, the Hellcat's got 6th sense, by the way. See,
That one down.
well, that was a bit unlucky, but it was also not really the best place to aim. But this should be a kill. Yes,
Enemy armor is
and it is.
destroyed.
Okay, 4 kills. Now, I'm not saying this is hopeful. It's not hopeful. It's still horrible. But, you know, there's 6 enemies left. And maybe
Got him.
now it's 5. And look, there's a T-67 there. What's going on here? I mean, this is great. Come on, lead a bit. Lead and fire now. Oh, now that. Wow. Good job on the artillery. He got the T-67. Excellent. Excellent. Thank God there's the artillery, because that T-67 would have been a massive threat. And now,
Enemy armor
okay,
is damaged.
okay. One more. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Just reload. Just reload now.
That one down.
Ah, you have to realize that at these moments one does tend to panic a little bit, because, you know, this is really tense, extremely tense. You know, 2 heavy tanks, and they're like, what is it, 100 meters from you, and they haven't spotted you yet. So, you know, this guy on his Hellcat has got a really good crew, and the artillery is doing a grand job. He's really helping out. So, you know, the enemy now is going to be a bit careful, because they've probably realized by now that the Hellcat means business. You know, this Hellcat player is good, and he cannot be spotted, and he keeps destroying the enemies, but the artillery is also giving him a hand. So, you know, it's a good defensive position, this, and he's got a very good view on anything surrounding him. So the moment those 2 heavy tanks pop up, he should be able to spot them and kill them.
Enemy armor is
And that is it. But he's been spotted. Right, okay, move quickly. The main threat now is the enemy artillery, but also, look at this. He's got 2 shots left. 2 shots left, and then, okay, he's got some gold, and then the rest is just high explosives. So, this is bad. This is really, really bad. He cannot miss the shot. He's gotta hit the enemy and deal damage with every single shot he's got. Otherwise, he's dead meat. So, you know, this is, okay, he's got his top gun, but, you know, it's quite balanced now, because it's, even the HP count, it's okay, you know, I mean, alright, they've got an advantage, but it's not such a major advantage that they had before. It's not an overwhelming advantage. So, what does the Hellcat do? He sits here and wait. We've got a KV-1 lurking somewhere there, you know, on C3, and then a Stug at C5. But in a way, they're stuck as well, because the moment they pop their head above the ridge, they'll be spotted, and hopefully the Hellcat will get them. The only problem with the Hellcat is the slow turret, so if they pop up from somewhere a bit further away, the time it will take him to turn the turret and re-aim could be too much, and he could get destroyed, especially by the artillery. Anyway, it seems that the enemy is kind of run out of ideas, so we're going to fast forward a little bit, because you'll find that nothing happens. You know, the enemy obviously is there. I mean, I would love to know what they are saying to each other in the chat, because it's obvious that there must be an intense communication going on, and probably a lot of blame as well. They're probably calling each other noob and what have you. But you know, this it's not them being noobs. Well, maybe they are a little bit, but this Hellcat is good, you know, and now they're afraid. They are afraid. They don't know what to do. So there's hope. Come on, let's see what happens. You know, is still got half his HP, which is good. I don't know about the artillery, but I don't dare move and look back, because this enemy could pop up any time. So let's just see what happens, because there's only 2 minutes left in the game, and you know, it's really, really tense. Gosh, less than 2 minutes. Is it going to be a draw? Is it going to be a draw? Have they given up? Is the enemy given up? I don't think so. I think they're going to push for it, because they think, well, there's 3 of us versus 2. We know where he is. We can do it. And the Hellcat also knows that he's in danger, because they could pop up from anywhere. I mean, he's got to look at almost 180 degrees. There's the Stug. Come on, turn that turret. Why are you not firing?
Enemy is hit.
The adrenaline must be... Oh no, that's World of Tanks for you. So how come I was spotting you before and now we're not spotting you anymore? Mr. Wargaming? What's going on in this game? Do you not want us to win? And now the KV-1. Right, so that was their tactic. A split move, but... Oh, that turret is so slow.
Got him.
The KV-1 made a mistake.
Target acquired.
And, oh my god, this is tense. This is tense. Yes!
Got him.
He's got him! 8 kills! And he moves, so the artillery cannot hit him. And now, look at this. The rush. There's only 45 seconds to go. The rush to go and get the artillery. He wants to win the game now, and rightly so, because he deserves to win. He's done a fantastic game. He's going to have to go and get that artillery as fast as he can. The Hellcat can go fast. Come on, push, push, push. The artillery has got to be visible from there. It should be there. You've got 25 seconds, 23 seconds. Time is running out. He's got to be able to spot it. And there he is. M44.
Target acquired.
Acquire the target. Fire, fire, fire now. Fire now. Yes. He's done it. He's done it. What a fantastic game. Phenomenal game. Brilliant game. Amazing game. 9 kills. 9 kills. At tier 6. You know, that's not easy. That means not only Top Gun, and of course surely high caliber, but it also means epic medal, Radley Waters medal, you know, for destroying 8 or more tanks in a upper tier battle. And he is also quite lucky, because he had mission TD11 enabled, and he's accomplished it. He's accomplished mission 11 for tank destroyers. And he's also got 5,800 WN8, which is good. But let's face it, I mean, apart from the medals and the achievements and everything, even without the medals, this battle was fantastic. This was a memorable battle. I mean, this is the kind of battle that you remember, I don't know, for years perhaps, because standing alone against, what was it, 8 enemies? And he kills them all, apart from maybe one actually, because the one was killed by the artillery. But let's face it, what a battle, what an achievement. And, you know, the Hellcat used to be quite strong on World of Tanks. Then they nerfed it, They slowed it down. They did things to it that didn't make it so OP. But that shows that if you know the tank, if you know how to play the tank, and if especially you develop the crew and have the patience to play lots of battles on this tank in order to develop the crew, it can actually still be deadly. I mean, let's face it, there were enemies that were coming towards him and could not spot him from 150 meters. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Well done, Hellcat. And, what a great game. What a great game. See you next time.